born. These are the unscripted moments. The people who stepped up when the world needed them most. This is what a real hero looks like. Oh my God, this is seriously deep. Look at that water level. He's struggling just to get on the roof, okay? They've got a rope. This is going to take a village. Seriously impressive teamwork to get him out safely first, and there are still people inside. Wow, look at that crowd, everyone's jumping in to help pull. They're trying to save the whole thing, thank goodness. Seeing the passengers get out, especially that woman, makes your heart stop. Community spirit wins. What a save. Okay, we've got a quiet street and a woman walking. Here comes a guy on a bike, he's slowing down, that looks suspicious. Oh. He tried to snatch her bag. And he completely wiped out. He couldn't even keep the bike upright, he hit the curb hard. The best part? She just kept walking. Zero hesitation, like nope, not today. Now look at him, he's got to deal with a damaged bike and an audience, he's struggling so much to lift that bike. That's not the cool escape he planned. The only thing he stole was an embarrassing fall and maybe a bruised ego. Wait, he dropped his own stuff. He lost his getaway, his cool, and his bag. The irony is too much. That's karma, quick delivery style. He got nothing, except a reason to buy a new mirror. And there she is, the actual winner, casually picking up whatever he knocked out of her hand. What a failed attempt. Wait, what? They just completely stacked it. They tried to snatch something and instead got a face full of pavement. That's instant karma, yes. Get him. The moment they hit the ground, the victim turned around and another person came running to help. The tables have turned so fast, you are not going anywhere. They've got him trapped. Look at the thief desperately trying to kick the bike up, but they're not letting him move an inch. This is amazing. All that effort for a failed crime, a wreck, and now a very long conversation with the police. A textbook example of justice served. Oh, wait a minute, the vibe is changing on the top. Is this a confrontation? Something's about to go down. Whoa! What was that? They all just dropped. Was that a flash knockout? It looks like someone pressed a cartoon fall over button. The guy doing push-ups is the energy source, I guess. He's just powering them all down with his intensity. That's the most bizarre ending. We've got a car pulling over, passenger door opens, and here comes a guy on a scooter. This is the moment where things usually go wrong in these kinds of videos. Holy cow. She is not having it. She didn't even hesitate. She jumped out of that car and immediately went full offense, swinging something at him. What a reaction, he's trying to bail, but she's pinning him down. That is pure adrenaline and fury. She's keeping him from escaping and taking his weapon. This is an incredible show of courage, he is absolutely terrified of her. He is running away from the victim. Look at that tenacity. She's chased him around the car and is still trying to get a piece of him. Oh, now he's trying the other side. This is escalating. He is desperate to get into that car. Wait, is he trying to climb through the window? This is just messy, disorganized desperation on his part. Yes. He finally gave up. He didn't get the car, he didn't get whatever he wanted, and he threw his white flag down. He got totally overpowered by her sheer willingness to fight. That is how you handle a crisis. That woman is a true hero. The way she went from oh, here come the two guys on the bike, classic move. And he tries to grab the bag. That's awful, he almost had it, yes. They stood their ground. Look at the guy chasing them down. That's incredible bravery. They forced the thieves to panic and run, and look who shows up right on cue. The police are right there. You literally can't escape when the whole street is looking out for each other. Justice wins again. Oh, no, they're reaching for something in that small drain pipe. It looks serious. Is it a kitten? A puppy? They're so focused, I hope they can reach it. There it is. Oh, it's a tiny, tiny puppy. It's so small and dirty. Thank goodness they were able to get it out. That officer taking the time to help is amazing. Ah, look. That must be the mom. She's so anxious and immediately goes to check on her baby. The little one looks confused but safe. That is the most beautiful thing. The mother's love is universal. She's cleaning it and making sure it's okay after its terrifying ordeal. You can just see the relief in her movements, humanity and nature coming together. It's so heartwarming to see people care this much for a little life. Oh my God, he's falling over. He looks completely unconscious. It happened so fast. Look at the doctor immediately reacting. That's the training kicking in. Zero hesitation, he knows exactly what to do. CPR immediately. The speed of that response is what saves a life in this situation. Yes. He just jumped right into that turbulence. That water looks incredibly fast and dangerous. That is insane courage, or maybe a little bit crazy, and another one. Wow, true dedication. They're getting absolutely battered by the current near the gate. This isn't just a swim, this is a life or death risk for someone. That is some serious effort and physical bravery. They're battling against the full force of that water. It takes real guts to throw yourself into something that powerful to help another person, the sheer determination to stay at him. Whoa! That car is completely submerged in water. This is a flood situation. Look at how fast those guys jumped on the back to help get that person out of the window. They're struggling. The water must be really strong and they're fighting to pull them up. It takes so much strength and teamwork to do something like this in a crisis. This is a very real, dangerous situation. They did it. They got them out. That was pure dedication and strength. Seeing people rush to help strangers in a moment like this is truly inspiring. This is what it means to be a hero. They risked their own safety without hesitation. What an incredible moment. Exploding head. Seeing that baby fall and then be caught is heart-stopping. That man's reflexes are nothing short of superhuman. Superhero. He truly is a real hero. Seeing that van slowly get submerged is quite a tense and alarming sight. Grimacing face. It looks like an extremely dangerous situation, and I hope everyone got out safely. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Face with open mouth. The jump and catch was absolutely epic, pure adrenaline and instinct. Saving that cat from a long fall makes him a hero, and that moment of realizing what he had done must have been a huge shock. Fearful face. It's wonderful how he immediately corrected his mistake and got a new bike for the child. His remorse and immediate generosity is a great example of kindness in action. Smiling face with smiling eyes. He turned a bad moment into a really sweet. That interactive floor is such a brilliant, unexpected addition to the store. Sparkles. Watching everyone, from the little girl to the adults, instantly start playing hopscotch is just pure joy. Smiling face with smiling eyes. It's amazing how a simple game can bring out the inner child in everyone. They've managed to make waiting in line an incredibly fun experience. Watching the girl's face light up after receiving the bear is incredibly heartwarming, and the moment the boy rushes to get his bear back to the girl is just pure innocence and sweetness. That spontaneous hug from the children to the kind stranger is the perfect ending. Sparkling heart. This video is a beautiful reminder that small acts of kindness can create the biggest smiles. Seeing her sleeping on the job is a sad reminder of how hard some people work. Sad but relieved face. But the way the customers silently made a kind gesture is absolutely beautiful and wholesome. That little tower of treats is so thoughtful. A true act of empathy and generosity. Sparkles. A wonderful moment of humanity caught on camera. That poor child, having to share his meal with the bird's sad but relieved face. It's heartbreaking to see the struggle for food captured in such a simple, yet powerful moment. The caption suggests the hunger is greater than the fear, which is a profound statement on poverty and need. This is a truly moving image that reminds us of the value of every meal and the reality of hardship. Watching this video gives you an immediate rush of tension and then an overwhelming surge of relief. The opening frames, showing the men peering down the narrow well, immediately establish the danger and desperation of the situation. You can see the firefighters trying to calm the trapped toddler while oxygen is administered, highlighting just how crucial and precarious every second is. This is a life or death situation, and the mood is heavy with anxiety for the child in the shaft. The narrative pivot, however, is the introduction of Christian, the 14-year-old boy. The dialogue around his age and instructions is incredibly intense. As the firefighter explains the precise, high-stakes move to grab the toddler's hands, hold his head, and bring him to his chest, you can feel the immense pressure placed on this young man. He's being asked to perform a high-risk rescue that professional adults couldn't attempt due to the shaft's size. His simple confirmation, "Yes, they told me what I have to do," shows a maturity and courage far beyond his years. The minute mark is where the genuine drama and suspense peak. Seeing Christian, headlamp on, being carefully lowered into the darkness of the shaft, tied only to ropes, is a truly harrowing sight. The crowd of villagers and emergency personnel anxiously holding the ropes, shouting quiet instructions like, "Silence. He needs to hear us," underscores the fragility of the moment. Every movement is deliberate, every breath seems held by the people above. Finally, the moment he emerges, holding the tiny toddler, Gabriel, securely in his arms, is an explosion of joy. The cheers erupt from the crowd, men are shirtless from the exertion of pulling the ropes, and everyone rushes to hug the little boy, reunited with his father. But the most powerful, watching the girl drop the food and the waiter instantly catch it is incredible. Exploding head, that's the kind of lightning-fast reflexes that deserve a raise and massive applause. It's a great reminder of how skilled ### an act of pure, unconditional kindness. This video is a powerful reminder of how a single, heartfelt gesture can instantly break through sadness and fatigue. The older man, presumably the street vendor, is seen working, clearly weighed down by something. His posture is slumped, his movements are slow, and he looks deeply troubled and distant. He barely acknowledges the customer making his order. This heavy feeling of visible sorrow is a stark visual contrast to the bustling activity around the grill. The moment the younger man, the customer, approaches is the turning point. After paying, he doesn't just leave, he pauses, looks at the vendor, and initiates a spontaneous, genuine hug. You can see the initial surprise on the vendor's face, a moment of confusion at the unexpected contact. We see glimpses of a man on the street and a reporter giving a piece to the camera, showcasing everyday life. Then, the focus shifts to a journalist interviewing a person with Down syndrome. The genuine joy and uninhibited positivity of the interviewee is instantly infectious. She's clearly having a wonderful time interacting with the camera and the reporter. The simple act of the reporter engaging with her with an open, friendly, and respectful demeanor transforms the scene. Crucially, the woman's reaction isn't staged. Her pure, beaming smile and her playful gestures, at one point giggling and covering her eyes, demonstrate her incredible happiness. She's not just her parents raised a queen. This short video is so touching because it captures a genuine moment of profound generosity and maturity in a young girl. Seeing her instantly and selflessly give away one of her newly received heart balloons to a girl who missed out speaks volumes. She doesn't hesitate or ask permission, she simply recognizes another child's desire and acts with immediate empathy. The girl's action embodies the message, her parents raised a queen. It's clear evidence of wonderful parenting that instilled in her a deep sense of sharing and kindness. The clip is a powerful reminder that the true joy in life often. The man is seen sitting alone, looking out from a rickety, small wooden stall, a truly basic and makeshift structure that appears to have been built by hand. The atmosphere feels isolated, perhaps suggesting a long, hard struggle to make a living. The look on his face, momentarily, seems to reflect that burden. However, the tone quickly shifts to one of triumph and pride. As the camera pans out and captures the entire structure, the overlay text, "His shop built by himself," hammers home the incredible effort and dedication. This is not just a shop, it's a testament to his sheer self-reliance. This sense of pride is amplified when the well-dressed customer arrives and the man gets up to serve him. This interaction validates his efforts and shows the small business is operational. The core message, beautifully captured by the accompanying music and the reaction meme, is how much satisfaction and joy come from achieving something through your own hands. The caption, "Dil Kush Ho Gaya, my heart became happy," perfectly summarizes the feel. This is truly heartwarming, a beautiful reminder of inclusion and kindness. The caption, "Everybody was invited, so everybody got food," says it all. As seeing the dog patiently sit and then enjoy the meal with everyone else is so pure. It's a wonderful, simple act that highlights the importance of sharing and community. The mime's profound bow immediately shows respect and acknowledges the woman. It perfectly illustrates how modesty and dignity effortlessly command attention. The quiet moment makes a powerful statement without needing any words. Seeing all those camels line up patiently for water is such a simple, beautiful scene. It's a wonderful visual metaphor that reminds us that God's plan for us will always provide. The juxtaposition of the words, what you are planning versus what Allah has planned, is profound. It encourages faith and accepting that divine timing is always perfect. It shows a young child accidentally leaving a tray of food on a table at a restaurant, unable to push it close enough to eat. The subsequent action of the adult is what makes the video so heartwarming. A man, seeing the child's difficulty and small stature, walks up to the table and, without drawing any attention or making a fuss, simply pushes the table in so the child can reach his meal. This subtle act of unsolicited help speaks volumes. It's a powerful, quiet moment that proves the most meaningful gestures are often the simplest. This selfless act on that muddy road is truly inspiring. Helping the helpless without hesitation shows pure character. It's a simple, profound reminder of the duty of true community. This small act of compassion for the dog is incredibly moving. It's a beautiful demonstration that kindness to all creatures matters deeply. The phrase reminds us that the smallest gestures can carry the greatest reward. A truly pure moment of humanity. This simple image of the pigeons feeding speaks volumes. It beautifully illustrates the message of sacrifice for others. True generosity is when you share what you need, even at your own expense. A reminder that kind hearts exist even in business. Red heart. This is a beautiful image of true equality and brotherhood. Seeing the men seated together, despite their different clothes, is powerful. The message, no matter you are rich or poor, is perfectly displayed. A reminder that human dignity and respect transcend material wealth. The child's earnestness and the man's gentle response speak volumes. The overlaid message, true kindness is doing good when no one is watching but Allah, reinforces the pure intent. It's a powerful reminder of the value of sincerity and humility in acts of charity. This simple scene perfectly illustrates the beauty of ihsan, perfection or excellence in goodness. The initial shot of the woman huddled in the doorway, surrounded by shoes, immediately establishes a scene of vulnerability and hardship. The simple setting makes her isolation palpable. The moment the men in white approach, likely coming out of prayer, and immediately focus their attention on the woman is where the video truly shifts. Their collective action shows a community taking responsibility. The act of one man gently placing a blanket or shawl around her and another sitting down to comfort her is the emotional core. It's a silent, powerful sermon on practical compassion. They don't just offer money, they offer dignity, warmth, and human presence. The simple, loving embrace is what heals your heart. The speed and urgency of the situation were absolutely terrifying. The girl's initial fear is instantly overshadowed by the courage of the man who leaps into action. The collective effort to pull the boy back is a beautiful demonstration of community and teamwork. This video is a powerful testament to the fact that an ordinary person can become a hero in one split second. What a heart-stopping, yet ultimately life-affirming. We see a street vendor, carrying both his goods and his small child, trying to make a living. The contrast between his visible poverty and the expensive cars around him is sharp. The text, Basidna Emir Banaha, I only want to be this rich, immediately sets the theme. The interaction with the man in the white car is key. He sees the vendor, but what he sees is the father's wealth, the love he has for his child. The vendor's genuine, beaming smile as he looks at his daughter is pure, unscripted joy. The powerful climax comes when the man in the red convertible, sitting in a symbol of material wealth, invites the vendor and his child in. For a brief moment, they share the feeling of that luxury. The vendor's reaction, the laughter and pure delight as he sits with his child, shows that the greatest riches are indeed non-material, a loving family, a bright smile, and the simple joy of a shared moment. This video is a wonderful portrayal of unexpected generosity. The driver using his privilege to assist those in need is truly commendable. It perfectly highlights how true status is shown through character, not possessions. The small gesture of stopping on a busy road speaks volumes about his compassion. A bird drinking from the man's wudu water beautifully symbolizes the interconnectedness of worship and nature. The simplicity of the act highlights the profound value of small, everyday kindnesses. It powerfully reinforces the message that every good deed. The setup and initial standoff. The aerial view immediately establishes the setting, a busy city street where a mother duck and her ducklings are attempting to cross a heavily trafficked road. This is an inherently stressful and dangerous situation. We see the duck and her babies pause, overwhelmed by the volume of fast-moving vehicles. The text "When humans show humanity, it's a sight to see" prepares us for the coming moment. The first act of intervention. Suddenly, a pedestrian, a man in dark clothing, steps out into the middle of the road. His action is instantaneous and decisive. He stands there, effectively using his own body as a human barrier, forcing the oncoming traffic to halt completely. This quick, selfless choice sets the tone for the entire interaction. Collective compassion. What makes this scene truly powerful is the collective response. The cars immediately stop. People start getting out of their vehicles and walking into the road to help the man and direct the ducks. We see several individuals joining in, creating an unofficial, temporary human cordon to ensure the family's safe passage.